So
No, you see, I mean,
I would like to photograph you one of these days.
no, but you know,
doing all those
but
actions.
anyway, you know, as always people say, right? It's easy to criticize, lah. How can you contribute?
well, I've contributed.
Now, how would you contribute?
I've said certain things, and I had 38,000 people actually watching Woodlands play Tiong Bahru. 34,000.
38,000.
Yeah, that's still the record right now.
Okay.
Tiong Bahru played, Geylang played Woodlands, and we had about 34,000.
Wow.
So I had created a record. So you can't expect me to continue creating record, right? Somebody new must come on, right?
No. What I'm saying is, you know, what would your suggestion be? You see, you criticize. You just criticized. All right? You went there, you could count the people, blah, blah, blah. You need to put matchsticks and all that kind of stuff.
That's for fun, you know.
No,
But
I understand. But what I'm trying to say is, what would you do to improve?
first and
What can you
foremost,
contribute?
first and foremost, I would cut away with all those foreign players who are in Asia.
Why?
Why?
I thought they add in the fun.
No,
I
listen.
thought they were supposed to add the glamour, the
No,
power, the
foreign
punch.
players should come from England, Europe, Croatia, the Bosnians, and the local. Why should I have a Thai player who's of equal standard playing in the My League?
Ah, I see. You're talking we should have certain type of foreigners and
The
not
four
other
foreigners
type.
which we allocate to
Uh-huh.
in Singapore should not come from Asia.
I see.
Okay,
When you say what we allocate to, is there a quota system? or
yeah,
something?
you are supposed to have 4 foreign players
In a single team.
in a single team. But
I see.
what happens is that the 4 foreign players, many of them are signing Thai players and Korean players.
Yeah, maybe we can't afford or something.
Yeah,
Is
that's
that
another
the
thing.
reason?
Money is very big, very important also. So they can't afford. So
I mean, but you see, look, I like to look at it from a sponsor's perspective. You know, if I were to be in the business of football, all right, where do I make my money? I mean, I want to make my money when there are people coming to watch the team.
actually, even $10 per person watching ticket, you can't cover your cost at all.
No, but you know, come on, that's for the love of the sport and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Well, very simple.
Sponsors and
Okay,
stuff like
what
that.
kind of football do we watch in Singapore? How much of influence of football we have from the British? Practically every day we got EPL.
Correct.
Okay, we have British players playing and we have people. But what kind of players we have in our team?
No,
The
I've
type-
seen a couple of foreigners.
Yeah, what foreigners we have? We are pathetic foreign players. They are not even a standard of Erwin Boban, who I had from Croatia, Jan Janostak I had from Czechoslovakia. I had Sandro Rado, my goalkeeper from Croatia. I had Darren Davies from England. I have Max Nicholson, Stuart Young, Nick Peverell. I had some great young boys from England. They were so exciting to watch. You should get exciting players, then people come to watch.
Correct. True.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So if you don't bring in good foreign players into your country to improve, don't forget, our country was started by foreigners. Our MRT was not built by
Yeah.
locals first, you know.
Yeah.
Our
Okay.
MRT was first built by French people, you know. Okay, so we actually use the expertise. So once you build your standard up, then you can have your local players coming up through. You look at Japan. If you watch
The
the
J
Japan,
League,
J
right?
League, look at the amount of crowd coming to support. They also have 4 foreign players who are good players.
Yeah, but I mean, you spoke about Japanese, but I think there's slight different in
Don't
terms of
forget,
the culture.
25
but they are pretty patriotic. You know, they
forget
believe
twen-
in their player.
Wait, hang
That's
on.
the other
Are you
thing.
trying to say that we're not patriotic?
Well, it's not about whether we are patriotic or not, but I think they have this culture of supporting their own guys. You know,
Don't forget, 25 years
So-
ago, Singapore used to beat Japan, you know.
I believe we still have what they call the colonial mentality that we have not erased from our past history. Is that we need to import foreign talent and all that. But if you
But
look at the Japanese, you look
Japanese
at
have
the
foreign
Japanese.
talent. Okay,
No,
let
but
me remind you
wait,
something
wait.
here.
Wait,
The Japanese brought in Brazilian coaches.
Guys, if y'all are going to throw things at each other, please let me know.
Look at it this way. Look at it this way.
I'm
If-
enjoying this, man.
I'm talking about the culture in a larger extent. You know, not just focusing on football alone,
Japanese culture is all samurais.
but exactly. You see, what is a samurai culture? You see, what is a samurai culture?
They're not football culture. So there's a difference between a samurai culture and a
No,
football
but
culture.
look at it this way: Japanese will have that inbuilt in them. What they have a big belief in their own team. If you ask me,
No, Japanese
They
are
do.
fantastic football players.
that's why you see every single thing they do. For example, you look at the cook, Japanese cook. You look at them. what do? They bring something that's so simple into an art form.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing. But
they are very
when you
proud
look at
of
us,
they are
exactly.
They're very proud of them.
So-called tradition and their work. Yes, I think that's where the difference is.
In short, all right. It is obvious that we need help from foreign players.
That's the trouble.
Okay.
Why you always think you need
No.
help?
We need
Why
help.
can't you help yourself?
You don't have enough.
You can't help
people.
yourself.
No. It's
You
not.
don't have
It's
enough,
not about you
enough.
can't help yourself.
You can't help yourself.
There's something called for the love of the sport, the art of the sport, and there's something for the commerce.
I think if you remember as a kid, I remember we have an All England champ, badminton. I can't remember his name now, and he have his own style of playing. He literally walk on the court, and he's an All England champ, Malayan All England
after
champ.
that, who you have?
So that's the thing, you see. Those days, those guys believed they could do it. Now, these days, we never believed that we can be an All England champ again. Even Malaysia and Singapore add together, they won't even.
No, Malaysia has some
perceive
very
that.
good badminton players.
Yeah, they have some
Yeah.
awakening. Then they had slowly.
They
yes.
still have very good players right now.
Right now they have.
Singapore, it's not about sports.
So what happened?
Singapore, it's not about sports.
So what happened?
Singapore is all
Singapore
about
is
money
gone.
making.
Or money
studying.
making. So that is the money making culture. That is the problem lah. They are not playing football. They are
Yeah.
mainly they are basically money making football.
Yeah, true.
Are you saying that?
And what's
Yeah.
wrong in that?
I'm not saying anything wrong, but it has.
So
No,
when
but
you
seriously,
when
wait,
you
now,
have
wait. This is very interesting. Very interesting. Okay, now wait. I just want to understand. People pay to come and see other people play.
correct.
Right? So sponsors pay big money, big
because
bucks,
there are people.
because there are
watching.
people to come and see, so
Yeah,
that they can
that's
get
right.
advertised and blah blah
Yeah,
blah.
yeah.
Right? So there is a commercial value that the people who endorse these teams or support these teams need to return in terms of investment. Correct?
Correct.
So they must have a commercial angle to it. Right? So if what you're saying, yes, we aspire, blah 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 blah, all this is good and done, but at the end of the day, there must be some commercial value. So what's your take on that, Wenger? How do we instill a balance? We want to have.
I think Meng has forgotten that we are a country which is
Small again. 4 million people, 5 million people.
Very educational. We need education. And all that.
Okay.
A lot of parents do not want their kids to play football.
Mm-hmm.
So you must actually compensate for all these losses with foreign talent.
Okay.
Okay, you take
Because they are full time. We are
No,
like
full
part
time.
timers.
There are a lot of power people for very poor in other countries. You bring them here for expiring football players. You give them citizenship. You make them good players, and they stay in Singapore. And they become good players. But what we did some mistake. We gave citizenship to older players and all that. I just give you a little example. Lionel Messi was taken away from Argentina at the age of 12
Okay.
and put in Barcelona.
Yeah, I heard now they take people off even when they're 7 years old
Yeah.
and train them.
No, they relocate the whole family. The scout says this guy is going to be a good player. The team invests in their parents to get him a job as a security guard, give him a car, the house.
Gosh.
And they invest. The investment can go wrong,
Yeah, that's right.
Okay,
Yeah.
but they invest, so it's big money now. So we in Singapore should also do the same. We also headhunt for bank managers and some CEOs and all that. So we should do the same for.
What?
But they don't stay long enough. What to
Yeah.
do?
Yeah, but no, these are poorer people with a lot of talent. They probably like Singapore in future, and they might stay on here. They have kids.
Maybe is there a way to draw crowd just to have fun football instead of like
No way
technically
people will come
excellent
to have
football?
fun football.
No,
They are the crowd which is coming to Singapore.
they
to
want to
watch
see something
No, not, let me
fantastic.
explain to you. There's people who are coming to watch right now football. They're having Singapore pool tickets in their pocket.
Or they are gambling.
So
So you don't need tip top football, man. You just have fun,
but I
football.
think Singapore deserves better.
No, Meng Fu.
Is there a possibility
No,
of fun
I-
football
you
where you
see,
can draw people?
No. Fun football can't make money.
Of course.
No,
you
but
can-
as long as you draw people in, you make money.
See,
It's
no,
nothing to
no,
do
no,
with. It has to do with the audience, right?
You see,
Isn't the audience the problem now?
Let's go back
I mean,
to wrestling.
shut up, Rod.
WWE.